Good evening. Here we go. It's race 1 from Bahrain here in the International Racing Series. And a new season. We'll see if Connor's going to be as dominant as he was last season. I don't think he will be, to be honest. I think there's a lot more competition for him. Let's see some of the new guys in. I hope everybody's well tonight. I think Louis coming. He'll be here in a couple of minutes. So you'll get a co-commentator tonight, not like last week, which is good for me, of course. Place your bets on who you think's going to win tonight. Connor is racing, by the way. I know he's not in the lobby yet. There's, I believe we've got a full grid, a full 20. So I don't know whether we should do a full qualifying when we've got a full 20. That'd be quite good. Although it'd be annoying if you go out in Q1. Can you imagine that? It's just going to be sat there for 20 minutes doing nothing. But I mean, I guess that's what short qualifying is, a lap in at the start and a lap at the end. Evening. Yeah, no worries, mate. It's done now. I'm over it. I was angry on Sunday, not at you in particular, just in general, because there was it was a bit of it was a bit disastrous in terms of incidents. But hopefully people will learn from Sunday and we can, in general, be a bit cleaner going forward. For those that didn't see it, I believe the stream will be on the Twitch channel. You can look at past streams. It's a great race, it's from a spectator's point of view, loads of action and stuff. But yeah, absolutely agree. It was too much carnage. People were being a bit too aggressive and making moves where maybe the move's not quite on. But as with Tuesday League, the Sunday League, we've got quite a few new drivers, so we've all got to get used to each other and our styles of driving and stuff. Hopefully next week, as I say, it'll be a lot cleaner. No excuses for these guys in Tier 1. These guys have got absolutely no excuse to be ramming each other off the track and DNFing each other. Unless you're doing it to Connor, of course, then that's all right. Get him out of the race. I might see a different winner. I'll remember that. Is that your Twitch, Connor? Is that you? Oh no, all right, fair enough. I was going to say, that's not Connor's Twitch, is it? Yeah, Williams in the crosshairs. Yeah, well, I mean, Connor don't necessarily, you won't have to necessarily do it. Benny was, I think he was Connor's teammate last season. He smashed him out. So, they might do it to each other, you never know. Let's have a look. Still got 4 more to come in and we'll be starting. This is the calm before the storm. Would Benny take PayPal? I'm sure he would. It was quite funny for those spectating that didn't see it last season. It was at Hungary and last lap of the race as well. Benny and Connor first and second. not necessarily in that order. I can't remember which order it was, and they went into, I think, turn 3 or 4, and they just wiped each other out on the last lap, and neither of them got any points. I'm trying to think who won the race. I'm sure I'll remember. If I get to driver lineup, so I might be able to. I think it was the Donster that ended up winning. Somebody might be able to correct me if I'm wrong. Russia. What about Russia? Russia's not on the game. It can't have been Russia. It was Hungary. although I wouldn't mind Russia being on the game. To be fair, I did like that track, and obviously they took it out of the game. And yeah, it was one of my favourite tracks. I think we've got, looking to next week, I think we've got Jeddah, so that's going to be great. Oh, no. Is that where the winner was from Russia? I'm surprised he's got internet, to be honest. You know, everything going on there. I'm sure I can find a calendar somewhere. I can go through the calendar with you. I'll try anyway. I can't find the calendar. I always struggle to find the calendar in the Discord for some reason. Either that or it doesn't come up for me. Let me try and browse channels. There we go. Because I didn't have it on. Okay, now it should... Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so... Bahrain, followed by Jeddah, then Melbourne, Imola, Barcelona, Austria, Silverstone, Belgium, Hungary, France, Monza, Singapore, oh great, Brazil, and then we'll finish at Abu Dhabi. That's the calendar for this season. 14 races. Oh, we're going in already. No messing. Well, I thought Lou was doing commentary tonight. I guess not. I'll send her a message. Hopefully, I don't get kicked out of the lobby at the end of qualifying this week. I'm glad that happened in pre-season rather than in actual, during the season. Right, here we go. We're in. Who's going to be first out? I'm sure someone will try and get out straight away. I know I like to get out in qualifying straight away, get a lap in, you know, a banker lap, and then I'll wait until the end and try and put a fast lap in when the you know, when the track's a bit quicker. There we go. Sam is out first, or maybe he isn't. No, he's not. There's somebody in front of him. Oh, it's Leg Schrader who's out first. That's good. Let me just quickly give me a sec here, guys. Just sort my audio balance out. Yeah, much better. Yes, we've got a few out. Trying to put an early lap in, which I guess we'll see what sort of times people are going to do. How can I put it? It's a tricky track, Bahrain. It's pretty smooth, but there's a couple of corners, you know. If you don't get it right, if you catch you out. Obviously, it's turn 1 and 2. There's obviously the Stroll hairpin, and then there's this one here. If you take too much curb on the inside, you can go for a little spin. And people have got to be careful at certain points. I will say it's very difficult to DNF around here if you don't collide with somebody. It's a big wide track, and there's a lot of runoff. There we go. Leg Schrader. Going to put in the first lap of the new season. Nicely cutting the curb there. Through turn 2. Look at that, trying to get as much of the car off the track as possible, and just making the track as wide as possible for himself. Give himself the most room. Careful touching the curb on the inside there. Well done. Easy to lose the rear end with this right hand hairpin. There's the left-hander, I like to call Stroll. There's big trips on the outside there in real life. Then I just touch the curb on the inside there. How close is he going to get? Very close to the inside curb without touching it. That's nice. Obviously purple sector 1 and sector 2, given that he's the first guy coming round. On the final corner here. Got to have a good exit here. That's a 1:29.8 to start us off. And we'll see Joe going with a 1:30 dead. Let's get on board with... No, Benny's on the medium, so that one. Mr. Golden Flame with a 1:29.3. What's Connor doing? Connor slows right down. He might be doing an extra lap here. Let's stay on board with Connor, because obviously with him being the champion from last season, it'll be interesting to see what sort of laps he can put in. He's still got full battery, so I'm guessing he's just making sure his fuel's really, really low. There we go, foot down. 1:29.3 is the time to beat as it stands. So this should be an interesting lap here from Connor. Across the start finish. As I said, turn 1 and 2, tricky, easy to get wrong. Easy to lose the rear. Not for Connor though. Look at that, using absolutely every centimetre of the track. Millimetre even, that you can use. To the end of sector 1. Purple, according to the track map, which is no surprise. There's this car in front of him, is it a Haas? To get out of his way. I don't know who that will be in the Haas there. Nice, nicely done. That's what you want to see in qualifying, a bit of courtesy. We're just touching the curve a little bit on the inside. A bit more than I would have thought. Oh, Husky with a 129 dead there. Setting down the marker. Connor, another purple sector, sector 2. And this guy to get out of his way. There we go. So what time's he going to do? He's back on the start-finish straight. A 129.1. A 10th down on Husky. So second position. Not too bad. Con this time has put a purple sector 2 in here. I like to stay with the onboard cam for qualifying. In the race, obviously, we'll switch between onboard and the TV camera. What a lap by Sam there, by the way. 129.2. Phenomenal stuff. Teddy, he's in sector 1, so this gets you most of his lap. Nice out of that corner. Nobody seems to be losing the rear end coming out of there. Oh, this is going to be very awkward. That Connor in his way there. You're listening, Hella. That's I think that's a 20-minute penalty for Connor. For illegally blocking during qualifying. No purple sector 2. Hi Kovac. Good evening. Hope you're well. Let's see what Teddy's first competitive qualifying lap is. 1:31.9 for just for 15th place. I do think that he was unintentionally blocked off there. Luke has invalidated, and we've got Elite in the Ferrari. Let's see what he's got towards the end of sector 2. A purple sector allegedly. I don't know for sure if that's correct or not. It could be a genuine purple sector. I like to think it is, but and he's that's quite unfortunate there. There's quite a nasty spin. What happens if you take too much curb there? Sure, he'll be coming into the pits and having another go. But I know we'll go through sector 1. Yeah, you had a good looking lap there, Elite. That's quite unfortunate. Get yourself back in those pits, get a fresh set on, set of tyres, and try not to take too much curb on that last corner. It's looking pretty smooth up until that point. Got adjustment there from Hassan. I don't want to pronounce his name wrong. We'll say Hassan. Without using all the track. Ooh. I don't like to touch that inside curve. I think it can be dangerous. There's another alleged purple sector 2. Nice and wide there. Look at that. Not touching the curve on the inside. What's he going to be able to put in here? It's a 129.6. Puts him into 6th position. Luke is invalidated again, unfortunately. Let's see that. ZX is up in 5th there, using a 129.4. Let's see what Leg Trader can do. Apparently he's half a second down. We'll see what he actually is here at the end of sector 2. Yeah, he's a second down. Let's go with the boss man. Hella high. It's the other way around, really. It's tier 1 drivers in tier 2, not the other way around. That's why tier 2 is pretty strong this season. They're only named tier 1 and 2. It's just to distinguish between the leagues. Think of it more as Tuesday League, Sunday League, rather than tier 1 and tier 2. Although this Tuesday League does have generally a higher standard. So Hella looking to improve on his 130.1, which is not actually a bad time. Just in this lobby, it's not brilliant either. Donster in Madrid. You should have come to Bilbao. I'd have put you up. The game is a little loud. I shall sort that out for you. I do apologise if it is too loud. I'll sort that out in a second. Let's see what Hella can do first. Oh, that's good. Up to 10th position. Back next week. You're always on holiday, Donster. Let's see if I can sort this out for you. Is that better? Is that a bit quieter for you? As Sam has put on a 128.6. Mini splurge. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'll say next time, come to Bilbao. I'll show you around. Elite up there into P2 with a 128.7. That is a phenomenal lap. Connor down in P6, by the way, right now. Yeah, I'll definitely, mate. I'll put you up here. You can. I've got a spare room. We'll have a couple of days in Bilbao. Why not? Oh, Shaggy's on his in lap. Yeah, a big bit of pressure here on Connor. Not the start to the season that maybe he would have wanted, I guess. Have we got someone coming up? Let's go with, excuse me, let's go with Mr. Leg Schrader. Looking to improve on 8. 129.5, not a bad time at all, but look at that, you know, from 6th upwards. There's a big gap there. He's got to make a lot of time up. So Benny's put it into P6. Connor down to P7 there. Yeah, this is going to be excuse me. This is going to be a very interesting race based on this. Nice and smooth through sector 2. 4/10 up on his time, a purple sector 2. I believe that is a genuine purple sector 2 for Leg Schrader there. And he just took this last corner up. He's going to go sub 129. Not quite, but up to 5th position. Sure he'll be pleased with that. So we've got Shaggy on his outlet. Currently in 3rd position. He's only just come out though, so let's go to somebody else. Husky, he's almost on his fast lap. He's not got far to go, so. And that very nice looking Alfa Romeo, by the way. Get a side view of that, look at that. Lovely car. Right, let's see what we can do. Can he improve on P6? Doesn't need a lot. And all the big boys are coming out now. Towards the end of Q1, of course. We have Luke, I think Luke's staying in the pit. So Husky, 500s up through sector 1, which would be enough to take 5th place as it stands. Of course, we have to assume that other people around him will improve. Oh no, that's not ideal for Mr. Golden Flame there with a 5th place grid penalty. Very, very unfortunate for him there. He's getting in a really fast sector 2. He's got another 10th. Where's he going to come over the line? That is the question. Oh, a little bit of a snap there coming out of the final corner. Still going to improve up to 4th position. Let's see where Sam is. So he's in sector 1. Looking very smooth. Probably going to need to improve a little bit. The track's going to be much faster now. It's evolved over the course of qualifying. I'm holding my breath for this sector 2 time. So pretty even. 2,000 over. If you can have a good sector 3, you can still easily improve on his time. As Connor's gone P2. Wow, Sam has put in a great lap there. Latifi's coming over the line. A 1:28.752. Oh, that's very, very unlucky, Elite. Although, I wouldn't be too disappointed with that, to be honest. Though, 2nd row of the grid. That's good to see. Must be taking a little bit too much out of it. Oh, he's coming in the pits. Look, he's at 1:42. He's not even going to bother coming in the pits. He's going to be the last one round. Yeah, so there you go. There's your grid for the first race of the season. Connor has managed to get it onto the front row, but we'll be starting in P2. And a very, very close grid there up at the top. Should make for an interesting race. I mean, I kind of feel sorry for the, look at the MB Super Skills there with a 1:30.2. That's not a terrible qualifying session by any means. However, you know, the difference, you know, in the pace. So here we go. Let's have a look at the grid. As you can see, Mr. Golden Flame will be getting a 5-place grid penalty. So the front row, we've got Sam and Connor with Latifi and Elite on the second row. Shaggy and Husky making up the third row. Leg Schrader and Benny will be on the fourth row of the grid, with ZX and Hella on the fifth row. Joe and Golden Flame will be on row 6. Anor and Dig will be on the 7th row of the grid. Then we've got Luke and DMB on the 8th row. And making up the rest of the grid, we have IRS and Teddy. A lot of quality in this league on this grid. It'll be very interesting to see how these guys get on in this race. Hopefully we don't have too many incidents. You know, we all like to see one or two. Let's be honest. You know, we don't mind the odd ping here and there, but we don't want to see too many. You know, we don't want to see people DNFing left, right, and centre. Yeah, I absolutely agree. I'll call a winner. You know, pick a guy you think's going to win. For me, it's hard to back against Connor just because of what we saw him do last season and in pre-season. But there's a lot of guys out there on this grid that could pull off a shock. Hi, Hassan. Good luck for the race. So we go. Formation lap, parade lap. We'll say some very, very nice liveries on this year's F1. A lot of tyre warming going on. Let's see what tyres. Also, we've got the front two on hard tyres there, and then we have 5. Is that 5? Yeah, 5 medium runners. Benny on the hards, then a few more mediums, mostly medium runners. A few on the hard tyres. Strategy will be interesting. Will people be going hard, soft, medium, soft? We go medium, hard. Oh, we've got disqualifications already from it. You're saying Shaggy to win? Yeah, I wouldn't put it past him. He had a very, very good qualifying. I'd be interested to see. You know, I think he's got to have a good start. Don't worry about those possible race strategies. Nobody's started on the softs. There's no two-stopping going on here unless there's a safety car. But yeah, I'll be interested to see how he gets on. Elite as well. Sam, of course. All these, these new guys. ZX. I can see anyone. I don't want to put it past anyone to get a win here. There's probably a couple that is probably just beyond their skill level to get the win. But I think anybody's got a podium in them if they hook it up right for the whole race, and they get that bit of luck with a safety car and maybe a DNF. So who knows? I would think someone like Mr. Golden Flame there down in 12th, bearing in mind that he did have a 5-place grid penalty, and his qualifying time was very good. He could come out here and surprise a few. Yeah, I've noticed that myself, Tarzan, about Elite. He's not quite, how can I put it? He's not quite got it all hooked up yet. His one lap pace when everything gets together is second to none, as you saw. You know, yeah, his qualifying times are incredible. But we'll see. So here we go. 5 red lights, and you know what that means. Lights out, and we're underway, and we can't see jack shit. Excuse the language. So let's have a look. The run down to turn 1. Connor's taking the inside line. He will have the outside through turn 2. Look at that, side by side. Connor's took the lead. Sam's going to have a look down the inside. No contact. It's all going off down the grid there. A lot of cars side by side. Again, those race strategies are mental. Why are you going to go hard, medium, medium? Shaggy, look, he's making a move. He's going to get. Is he going to get through here? I think he might. Sam just holding him off, just keeping him on the outside. All this is to the advantage of Connor. Nice to see guys going side by side with no contact. That's always good. We do have to wait for a lap just to get the intervals sorted. By the way, that's a game thing. So Connor already pulling away. It's got about a half second gap. Ooh, a little touch there. There's that on Sam from Husky, maybe. Or from Elite, maybe. Again, side by side, Husky. He took 4th position. Can you stop putting these ridiculous race strategies up on the screen, please, game? That'd be very nice of you. Because you see the telemetry is a bit messed up as it stands, but that'll sort itself out after a couple of laps. Oh, and there's a spin, and it's the Ferrari. It's Elite, as we can see, facing the wrong way. There we go, just as we said. His pace is really good, but he can't quite hook it up over the course of a race yet. He is going to be a phenomenal driver when he can just cut that bit of that mistake out of his game. So we've got some close racing here at the front. There's a bit of a gap opened up now between the top 4 and Benny in 5th, as we can see in the Red Bull, who seems to be holding guys up a little bit. It's a big train of cars here, and that's gonna cause a big DRS train, of course, starting from the next lap. Latifi and Schrader right on the back of Benny. He's lost quite a lot of time this lap, should the telemetry believe, and Latifi's just gone through quite easily there, covering Benny off nicely. There we go. Now we have a proper telemetry. Benny's gone into the pits there, by the way. He must have had damage, which is quite unfortunate, and explains the slow lap there. Yeah, really good racing so far. Nice and clean. Although we do have yellows out in sector 1. That's Joe in the Alfa Romeo. Well, we've got the closest battle. Let's have a look. The two Aston Martins here, and the Haas of Latifi just in front. We'll stick with these for a few seconds, or for a little bit. Oh, a big snap there from Leg Schrader as Heller's gone up into the top 10 there in the Mercedes. Oh, and Piquet has just took him again, so he's out of the top 10. Lots of battles going on right now. can ZX get a good exit out of here? Let's go up to the top 3 here. Sam's going to have DRS on Shaggy. Of course, all this battling just behind, you know, in second, third, and fourth. As Sam does go through with the DRS. Leg Trader has gone through on Latifi there. I don't know if you could see that in the background. Yeah, it's just, all that's helping Connor out. Just pulling a nice little gap. He's broke the DRS on that hard tyre as well. He ran a little bit wide there. Husky's lost a little bit of time. As ZX has gone through on Latifi. There's quite a few close battles going on here. Latifi down into 7th now from 5th. Both Aston Martins have passed him. Mr. Golden Flame there, up, by the way, up into 8th in the McLaren. Up from, I believe, 12th is where he started. Well, Latifi doesn't want to get stuck in 3rd position in this DRS train. That's not really helpful for him. FedEx is going to be getting really close. Probably going to have a look. He's definitely going to be close to the DRS. Got to go back up to Shaggy though. In 3rd position, he's going to have DRS. Okay, he's not had a great exit. Oh, half a second. He's lost a bit of time to Husky as well. You see Sam has rinsed his ERS there. Yeah, he's not going to get close enough. ZX has gone through on Schrader. Latifi's dropped back to 8/10. Let's go a bit further down. You can see the AlphaTauri. Oh, what a time to go down to the AlphaTauri there of Hassan with a more than a little touch on IRS, giving him the position back though. So yeah, well done there to him. That's the correct thing to do. That was a good time to switch. See Leg Trader again right behind ZX. Latifi. Oh, a little lock up there. Is that through Stroll? I don't actually know the name of the corner. I don't think it has a name. I just think it's a corner number. So we'll just keep calling it Stroll. Of course, Leg Trader in Stroll's car. Or maybe you don't want to be in Stroll's. He might claim he's in Alonso's. Let's see what he can do. I'm going to stick with these through this through the DRS this lap. So 5.5 tenths. He's had a better exit, so he's gonna be close. Right on board. Shaggy's gone through on Sam there into 2nd, and look at that, straight through on his teammate. Leaves enough room. Look, don't want to mess your teammates. Race up, and he's done well there. Although ZX is going to come back here, he's got DRS again. There's not quite enough room there down that straight. Here we go, Husky, look at that from Shaggy, Sam and Husky as we ride on board with Husky. You see, very, very tight. Connor's pulled out 2 seconds now. So Husky get a good exit here. Not quite. Pretty even. All nicely through there. You see Shaggy trying to move to one side. Just try not to give a slip feed. Although again, that DRS zone it's not the most comfortable for overtaking, just because you kind of run out of straight before you can get past. So we'll stay with us here. Look at that, Sam's gone down the inside before the DRS. That's interesting. He has run wide a little bit. Because as you can see, advantage to Husky while the other two are battling. Made up 2 places, straight through into 2nd position. Oh, and and that's a late break from Shaggy. Is he going to make it stick? He has made it stick. Shaggy up into 2nd position. Sam now with the DRS, looking down the inside on Husky. On those hard tyres as well. Gonna last longer. Husky went there from 4th to 2nd, back down to 4th. Incredible scene. All that, of course, only helps one man, and that's Connor at the front, who's now 3.3 seconds in front of Shaggy in 2nd position. Also, that battling, as you can see from the camera now, there's 6 of them, all within DRS of each other. This is Latifi in 7th at the back of those. As you can see, they're all lined up, they're all so close to each other. Husky's having a little look. Not probably the best time to make a pass, but this DRS training is going to be it's going to be awkward for these guys. Like if you're 4th, 5th in this train, it can be very difficult for you. Here we go. We'll stay on board with ZX. And let's see these guys battle it out. As you can see, look, ZX, he's got the DRS, but because everyone else has, not making any time. Sam goes through into 2nd down the inside. Lovely, makes it stick. Husky in 4th having a little look. Ooh, a little snap from Husky. It's given ZX the opportunity for the pass. He's going to try and hold the inside line. No, he's just backed out. We've got yellow flags. That's Mr. Golden Flame. Or is that DMB? It might be DMB. Not sure. It's definitely a McLaren. Oh, it's Mr. Golden Flame. He's got no front wing. No front wing for Mr. Golden Flame, so he's going to have to pit. He's on the hard tyres, so he's going to have to pit twice. Back up at the front now. Sam pulls out a little bit of a gap there while everyone behind him was battling. Of course, he's going to want to break that DRS. See them all lined up. Very, very tight racing. Clean as well. Love to see the clean racing. Incredibly, we're only 8 laps in. I'm going to take a little drink. So, I don't think Sam's broke the DRS here, but I think he's far enough away from Shaggy that it won't be a problem. There we go, Husky through into 3rd place. Oh, a little bit of contact, wheel to wheel. Oh, and a little push. Oh, a little bit of a push there from Shaggy. He's allowed Husky to go through, which, again, very courteous, and I like to see it. Side by side again. Leg Schrader's gone through on Shaggy this time. All kicking off here. Such an even pace. Sam's managed to break that DRS now. Look, 1.6 is the gap. Down to 1.4 or 1.5. Big lock up from Husky. It's going to affect his exit. Look at them all. They're all just trying to get in that position where they can make a move on each other, and it's making for some great racing, I must say. Here we go, almost on the start-finish straight once again. ZX is very, very close to Shaggy. Latifi even closer behind. So ZX pulls out. Side by side, goes through on Shaggy. Latifi rinsing that battery. Oh, he's gone all the way across the track, and he's made the position. And he's made it stick in the Haas. Good move there. Shaggy now down to 7th. But that's not to say that he can't make it back, because it's so close between these guys, you know. A couple of laps, he's going to be back up to 3rd. I guess we're just going to stick with this group of racers. He's pulled back a bit of a gap here. He's pulled up. He's took out half a second. Again, that's a lock up from Sam through Stroll. He's going to be pretty close to getting DRS on the start-finish straight, which is exactly what he needs, to be fair, given that if he can't get within DRS, he's going to be susceptible to the pass from multiple cars behind. He's just over a second outside. And there's a first penalty of the season for Teddy. 3 seconds for corner cutting. I assume it's unintentional. It normally is. So yeah, no DRS for Husky. It's going to be Schrader that's going to be the closest. He's going to make that move on the inside. Oh, it's just about giving him enough room. Just about. As Husky's dropped down to 5th position now. Both Aston Martins have gone through. Incredible, close, aggressive, but clean racing, which is exactly what I expect in this league. I expect people to be aggressive, but to know where the limits are. And there's a couple of lockups there going through, as Mr. Golden Flame on the mediums. Obviously he's pitted in already. So just took the fastest lap of the race so far. Caution in sector 2. Is that Dig X? Let's go down and have a look. Yeah, he's ghosted. Shout out to Elite, who's after that early... Ooh, there's a little wobble there from him. After that early incident, has got it back up to 12th position. Let's go back down to the Aston Martins in 3rd and 4th. I'm sure ZX will make a move here. Husky's dropped 2 positions. And now there's a gap opened up, 1.4 seconds between Leg Schrader and Latifi. ZX has obviously gone through there. He will have to defend. As Luke's gone through on Husky, and there's another incident. It's a Haas, it's Teddy in sector 3 there. Yeah, so that gap for the Aston Martins, I'm sure they'll be delighted with that, breaking the DRS. Let's see if they can work as a team now and just tow each other along. Shaggy right behind Latifi, who's locked up on that right-hander. Coming into Stroll. Gone a bit wide, Latifi. Bit of a defensive line. Where's Luke going here? Shaggy going, sorry. Right on the outside. You can see this top 6 has pulled right away from everyone else. As Shaggy goes through in the AlphaTauri on Latifi, who's now down to 6th. So it's all change again at the top. And oh, I missed that. That's unfortunate. That was an unfortunate time to change. I guess we'll stick with these just because of the ones in front of teammates. There we go, there's Shaggy going through. Latifi, I believe, is pitted in, so 16 laps to go. Yeah, he'd be pitting onto the hard tyres. ZX has managed to pull himself and Leg Schrader along into the DRS of Sam once again. Incredibly close now. Latifi come out the pits. Where's he going to come out? He's going to come out Is he going to come out behind? Is he going to hold on to 9th? Yeah, still in the top 10. Made his stop. The undercut on this game generally is massively overpowered. Running fresh hards rather than used any other sort of tyres will give you a big advantage. As you can see, ZX, he's looking, he's really on the back of Sam. I'm sure these guys will be pitting in at some point within the next couple of laps, these medium runners. There's an argument to pit in now, of course, because then you're not getting held up. And ooh, I like that from Sam. A little fake, a little tried to juke him, but he's gone through ZX into second position. Sam's gonna. Oh, and look at that! Black Trader's having a look. Stay on this camera, looking backwards at this angle. There you go, Sam. Coming through on the outside. Ooh, not quite touching. That's really, really close. That's a brilliant pass by Sam. Of course, I expect his tyres will have not fallen off yet. I think the mediums can last over half the race, but of course, from about now they'll start falling off. 5 seconds for Elite there for speeding in the pit lane. Sam with 3 seconds, by the way. I'm guessing that's for multiple incidents. That could be a costly 3 seconds, and that's quite an unfortunate 3 seconds for him there. As you can see now, there's the cars are spread out a little bit as we're going through the pit stop phase of the race. I'm sure everyone knows, but I'll say it just in case, they're like the people here just tuning in and you're not quite familiar with the rules. So there's 3 separate dry compounds, soft, medium, hard. You have to, in a dry race, use 2 of those 3. Generally, you'll use a hard and a medium. So there we go. As you can see there, just as an example, ZX went from the mediums to the hards. He'll do 15 racing laps, even though it says lap 15. That means he's got to do lap 15 and then 16, etc, etc. On the hards, he's come out in 6th position. So Latifi, look, right behind ZX. He will have those tyres warmed up, nice and warm. So if you can get close, the pass will be on. If you go to details, let's see, he's not made a stop yet. So the front 3, first, second and third, not made a stop. IRS up into 9th, not made a stop. Super Skills and Teddy's in the pits as it stands right now. So most people have made their stop. As we look at position changes, look at Leg Trade up 5 places, by the way, although obviously they're expecting to lose this year. IRS up 8. And, so as you can see the tyres there, so those that are on 14 lap old medium tyres, as Connor's coming in, be interesting to see what tyre he puts on. Leg Trader's come in. I would have Shaggy stayed out, so okay, he's taken their mediums as long as he can, which I kind of don't blame him, to be honest. He could go for a medium soft strategy if he's got a set of new softs, which will give him really good pace. So yeah, as you can see, Latifi just has he managed to just get out in front here? As Leg Trader, he has. And Connor just behind Husky. Of course, let's just make sure. Oh, Husky has made his stop. and is somehow in front of Connor. Okay. He's done a big undercut there. So, Connor is actually second, or net P2 as it stands. I expect Shaggy's got to come in at any time now and bolt on a set of softs. I mean, I would if I was him. Husky, of course, on the hard tyres against those fresh mediums. There's only one winner there, and that's the medium tyre. So it's all bunching up again between everyone, as we expected it to. Let's see if Shaggy decides to come in. It looks like he is. Yes, he's coming in. Let's get on board with Shaggy, even though we might miss an overtake. I believe we have. I think Leg Trader's gone through on Latifi there. I want to see what tyres Shaggy's going to put on here. Is he going to go for the softs? Let's see. Looks like softs to me. We're going to see as he comes out. He's going to be in P7. We know that. There's a big gap to Benny in P8, so we know he's in P7. He's got the soft tyres on, so he's going to have a lot of pace. The question will be, will those soft tyres last 13 racing laps and not fall off? That will be interesting. So just keep an eye out on the left-hand side there, on Shaggy and the telemetry. As Latifi and Leg Trader again having a right ding-dong battle here. I think Leg Trader had a bit of a snap. He's gone through though on Latifi. He's had a really good exit coming out of Strom, and he's used that DRS to his full advantage. But the top three now are all extremely close. Sam on those medium tyres needs to get a move on, try and get past Husky as quickly as possible. Husky, of course, those hards will last him the full race, no problem. He'll be able to get his foot to the floor. There we go, Husky. He's going to make the move on Connor. He's going to try. He's gone through. He's not quite made it stick. Some good defensive driving from Connor, and I don't think Husky was willing to risk it all with so much time still to go. They've both run a bit wide. That's given Sam an opportunity. He's got to be careful here because the gap will. Yeah, that's well done. The gap closes really quickly there. Where the track is 2-3 cars wide, just because of the nature of that turn there at the end of sector 1, there's no room. It goes from 3 cars wide to no room. And they've all done well there. A little snap there from Sam. He has got the DRS, but so is Husky still. Connor now trying to pull away. Connor's going to try and break that DRS as quickly as possible, and then he can just concentrate on trying to just maintain position. There we go. He's got almost a second. I think Husky's made it into the yeah, he has. He's just made it into the DRS zone. He's going to make a bit of time back. Sam. He's looking. Is he going to go through? Is Husky going to hold position? Oh, Sam's going down the inside. Oh, it's going to be really tight. Husky's just held him off there. Sam's going to come back with DRS once again. He's looking. He's going to try and take the wide line on the outside. He's almost out of battery. ERS there. We've got somebody coming in the pits. That's Eddie, possibly. Quite a few in the pits, actually. Maybe those with early damage and such. There's a look at Connor now. He's pulled out 2 seconds while these two have been battling, scrapping for second place. ZX has managed to close the gap and get within the DRS zone. Sam making the move now down the inside. Oh, just a little, gives him a little cheeky, yeah, get out my way. On Husky there. Yeah, Connor now 2.5 seconds. Sam needs to gap Husky as quickly as possible. Those 3 seconds are going to be painful for him. Should he not be able to gap the cars behind him. We're 2/3 of the race down, and still very, very close. Been a phenomenal race, a super clean race, by the way. I know it is quite difficult to DNF at Bahrain, as I mentioned earlier. However, you know, you've got to give credit to the drivers for not DNFing each other, for staying patient. As I say, being aggressive, but being cleanly aggressive. As Shaggy's gone through on Latifi, I think Latifi's off the track there, in a bit of trouble in sector 1. He's got it going again, although he has dropped back quite far away from Shaggy now. So as you can see, ZX as they come through. Stroll, can you get a good exit here? If he gets a good exit, he's got a chance. Husky's going to have to defend, which of course will give Sam an advantage. Although Husky with the DRS has done well to you know, just to stay in that DRS. Luke's gone through on Latifi. Maybe he's got a bit of damage, Latifi. He was off track for a long time. A bit of a wide corner there from Sam, although it looked like he was lagging a little bit. But nobody making the move. As you can see, if you look at his steering wheel, ZX has still got about half his battery. Sam is up there in second position, is flashing, which means that his battery's quite low, below 15%, I believe. He's taking his time here, ZX. No need to overly risk things still with 8-9 laps to go. Yeah, Latifi has pitted in, so it does look like it was damaged, as Husky has not collected the DRS there through the second DRS zone, and ZX has gone through. Leg Trader has now got within DRS of Husky, as Elite has put in the fastest lap of the race, which will be annoying for those front runners. Of course, he's on the fresher medium tyres, lower fuel than of course at the start of the race. Oh, there we go. Legs too far back. Doesn't look like Husky's going to make yeah, not quite. As we've got sector 2, it's Haas. I believe that could be Teddy. And, he's struggling a little bit there at the back. Of course, this is the a league of the highest standards. So now we've got once again 4 cars battling for a podium. They're all having little snaps. I don't know if their tyres are overheating or they're just trying to push it a bit too much. As you can see, 4 cars here really, really close to each other. And the more they hold each other up, I mean, Shaggy's got a chance of getting catching up. He's got to be really on it. As we know, he's on those soft tyres. He's not made up as much time as I imagined he would. And of course, through all this, the disadvantage will be with Sam, unfortunately for him, because of that 3-second penalty. As we have flagged in sector 2, that looks like Joe in the Alfa Romeo. Oh, look at that on the inside, leg trader on Husky. Not messing about. Husky has got inside. They've both got DRS. Husky's looking there on the outside. Is he going to make that move? As we see Sam battling there in second position with the ZX. Oh, it's all going on here. It's all race. This battle for podium positions has been nothing short of immense. Another quick drink. Here come the four of them. As Latifi puts in the fast lap of the race, which will be no consolation to him, I'm sure. He's looked good in qualifying, and he looked pretty fast. And that extra pit stop through damage has not done him any favours. So who's going to be making the move? Connor's pulled away nearly 5 seconds now. You would have to say at this point it's probably in the bag for him. He just needs to keep his car facing the right way. So who's going to make the move? Will ZX do it? Husky is going to he's rinsed his battery. He's going for it. All of them are going for it. Elite has retired from the session. Oh, and a safety car. Oh my God. With 5 laps to go, a safety car. Surely everybody pits in for softs. Either everyone pits in or no one pits in. What's going to happen here? The race is definitely not over now. Connor, and there's a drive-through for Teddy for excessive speed in there under the safety car. Connor had the race in the bag. Not so sure now. And there's Elite in the chat. Not very happy. So very unlucky there, mate. Showing some good pace. Your fast laps again, extremely fast. Just got to hook it up. Just got to hook it up for those for the full race. I'm sure it won't be long before you get that full race, because if you take just individual laps, your pace is up there with all these at the front. So I'm sure it won't be long. So let's have a look. Who's going to come in, if anyone? Oh, you're not a fan of Bahrain? Okay. It's a deceptively difficult track. People look at it, it's like, oh, it's wide open spaces and sweeping corners. It's quite easy, but it's not. So, is Connor going in the pits? Is he going to start? It looks like he's coming in. So Connor's definitely coming in. Sam with his 3 seconds, is he going to come in? What's everyone doing? Sam's coming in. ZX is coming in. All the top 5 are coming in. Oh, that might have been a bit of a contact there. Let's just look backwards. Yeah, 5 seconds for Husky. He got into the back of Schrader there, by the looks of it. Double stacking the Aston Martins. I'm not sure that's going to benefit them. So you have to say, with these penalties, the Aston Martin's looking good for a double podium. I think Husky's a little bit unlucky there. I don't know if he's going to challenge that 5 seconds. He might have just gone in too quick into the pit lane, but you can be a bit unlucky. You can be going at the right speed, and if someone slams on, obviously everyone's going into the pit lane. Can be difficult. Might be worth an appeal. You might, as long as he doesn't get any other penalties, might be worth him appealing that. don't expect the safety car to stay out for much time. Of course, we've only got, at the end of this lap, we'll have 4 racing laps to go. Kind of recharging his battery, that horrible, awful Williams steering wheel. He's probably the only person that likes that steering wheel, with the LED panel behind the wheel and not on it. So yeah, if I'm Musky, and it looks 50-50, you know, I'll probably put in an appeal. Yeah, but Elite, look at the positive. You've got P2 in qualifying, which was brilliant. Then, P3, sorry. And then in the race, you put in the fastest lap of the race up until when Latifi beat it a couple of laps ago. When you were racing side by side with people, you're looking really fast. So take those positives, learn from, you know, obviously you're not a fan of Bahrain, but just learn from those few mistakes. And as I say, I'm sure in no time you'll be looking at scoring podiums and really putting real pressure on these front guys consistently throughout the whole race. I am assuming that the safety car is going to come in at the end of this lap. At Bahrain, it's difficult on the restart. So as you can see, if you look at the bottom right hand corner, yeah, no problem. As I say, I'm not saying it to sound patronising or just to make you feel better. I believe your pace, and I've seen it with my own 2 eyes. Your pace and your racing skills there, just a little bit. As soon as you get that consistency, honestly, you'll be up there scoring regular podiums, no problem. So the start finish straight. Of course, you want to back the cars up behind you a little bit and get the jump on the cars behind you. This is what Connor's going to try and do, because there's a long run down to the turn 1, so you don't want to give the opportunity to those behind you. With the start finish line being about halfway or maybe a third down that start finish straight, doesn't look like the safety car's coming in this lap. I didn't see. No, it can't be, because Connor wouldn't be this close. So we're going to have 2 laps of racing. We're going to have no DRS. It's going to be a 2-lap sprint here. Up until now, I've never seen a race finish under a safety car on this game. Obviously, I've seen it in real life. So this is going to be, as I say, a 2-lap sprint. And for every lap that this safety car's out, it's just hurting Sam, Husky, and Luke so much more. Because while all these cars are stacked up, those penalties, 3 seconds, 5 seconds, that can put you out of the points. You know, that's the difference between getting a podium and not getting any points at all. So yeah, kind of feel bad for them, but don't get penalties in future, I guess. Here we go. Into strong. I'm sure. Let's just have a quick look. Yeah, everyone should have full battery. So everyone's gonna have a fully charged battery here, and they're all going to be absolutely going for it. So we might. I hope not. I hope it stays clean like it has the whole race, but I have a feeling that we might see one or two incidents right now. Well, coming up, especially into turn one, as we can see, safety car in this lap. Yeah, I think you know, because there's only 2 laps left. I think people will start, especially those maybe in the midfield. We'll try and make an early move through turn 1 and 2, and we could see some cars spinning out. So Connor, as you can see, slowing everyone right down, back in the pack, right up as far as he can, just so that safety car gets in and it gives him as much. And he's gone early. Connor's gone early. He's put his foot down. As soon as that safety car went, it's not even fully in yet. So the run down to turn 1, Connor's made 8/10 already. As we can see, cars coming through. Husky's gone through into 3rd position. The side by side. Schrader's looking good here. He's gone through. Schrader's gone through into 4th, which will actually put him up to P2. They've got to be careful, those 2 Aston Martins. They don't want to take each other out because they're on for a double podium as it stands. They've got to just drag each other along. Have to be a little bit careful from behind though. Shaggy's right on the back of them. There's been an opportunity given to these cars and these drivers that were quite far behind, and they were wanting to take full advantage of that opportunity. Oh, big lock up from the Aston Martin. He's managed to keep it going. Side by side, Husky and Sam. Who's going to take it? Husky's gone down the inside. He's took it. Leg Schrader. It's really close. Is he going to hold back? Connor's already pulled out 1.3. A tremendous restart from Connor, by the way. He went so early, he caught everyone off guard. He timed it perfectly as the safety car was coming into the pits. I've said it on stream before, and I'll say it again, no doubt in the future. There's a lot of defending going on here. Schrader looking down the outside. Sam's used all his battery trying to defend. Side by side, Sam's got the inside line. Schrader's going round the outside to get the inside on turn 2. Will he get it? He has got it. He's gone through. He's gone through on Sam. ZX now putting the pressure on Sam. This will be a 2nd position here. And that's 3 seconds for DX there. As Benny's gone through into 8th position in the Red Bull. Yeah, I've said it before. I'll say it again, just quickly. If you are going to look at a driver and you're going to and try and learn from somebody, Connor's the man to learn from. He's such a consistent driver. He's obviously he's rapid, but he's also he's so consistent in what he does. And we've got the flags out. We've got flags out. It's Teddy in the Haas. There will be no safety car. We are on the final lap of the race. So these guys have pulled out a big gap to Heller, this top 7. And we're going to see some late drama. Are we going to see some dive bombing? We're going to see somebody spinning out. What's going to happen? Here we go. 2nd to last straight. Connor's got it in the bag. Oh, that's 3 seconds for Golden Flame. That's going to take him out of the points. ZX coming round that last corner. Connor's gone through to take 1st position. Leg Schrader up to 2nd. ZX up into 3rd there to round out the podium. A double podium for the Aston Martins. Shaggy takes 4th. Sam in 5th. Husky with a great 6th position. Luke, brilliant stuff there. 7th. Benny 8th. The 2 Red Bulls. Heller gets 9th. Didn't see who got the last points position. We'll get that up straight after the race. We'll see who finished 10th. What a finish to the race that was. Late safety car. Driver of the day, DMB Super Skills. And let's have a look. Let's have a look at these final standings of the race. And as you can see there, Connor celebrating with the 2 Aston Martin drivers. And an all-British top 3, which we love to see. No Dutch national anthem. This is not real life. Yeah, 10th position was Latifi. Managed to get that final point. Connor also managing to get that fast lap in, taking home 26 points, that bonus point. Look a little bit further down. Hassan on debut there, look, a good 11th position. There's DMB Super Skills, up to 12th from 16th position. IRS 13th, good finish by IRS there. As I say, he's a very good driver and he's very fast. I race against him on a Sunday, but as you can see in this league, he's just looking to score points. That just shows you the standard of this league. 14th, we've got Mr. Golden Flame, Joe Killer in 15th, Dig X 16th, Teddy getting 17th, Elite unfortunately with the DNF there for 18th. But you can see that top 10 there, drink it in, taking it, a great double podium for Aston Martin, and GG's to Connor on a great win to start the new season off, and GG's to everybody for a clean race, a really interesting race, and getting your car around there. Some great racing today, and yeah, that's one of the better races that you're going to see. Drama all throughout the race, lots of position changes. In the end, though, Connor he was just too good today. We'll see next week. We're at Jeddah. Let's see what he can do there. Let's see what everyone else can do there. Of course, Jeddah, there's no room for error there. Very tight, very technical, very difficult. Technical, but also very, very quick. Yes, Hassan, Sunday was a demolition derby. Today was quite the opposite. Today was very clean. It was a great race, and I'm pleased to have been able to commentate on it for you. And before I leave, I'd just like to thank Hella High for the opportunity to commentate on this fantastic league. Thoroughly enjoyed it last season. Looks like this season's going to be another belter. And yeah, I've got a dry mouth, and I really, really, really need to take a whiz. So I'm going to leave it there for you. I'm out of breath myself. I've not even raced. I'm sweating like a pig. That was such an intense, great race. As I say, GG's to everybody who took part. Congratulations, Connor, on the win. A big well done to both Aston Martins on rounding out the podium there. And we'll see you next Tuesday for hopefully another race like that.